Okay, I think that's done it. Yes, it has. At last. That was infuriating. I don't know why my program is having such trouble lately. But I don't like it. I prefer things to work when I use them. Especially if they have historically worked quite handily before. It's frustrating. It only makes me want to scream a little. Okay. So, now that we're back, welcome back to Warframe Wednesdays. I'm your intrepid Tenno Fragath, or whatever. And, yeah. I need to feed this cat. Cat gets the food. The DNA stabilizer, it's like food. Okay, those are done. Yeah, I can build a bunch of those. Hold up. You hit the wrong button. Forgot that it switches between the two. Okay. So yeah, not much to report other than there have been some big old changes to Railjack. And I do mean big. Whew. Substantial alterations to the overall Railjack formula. Mostly, ooh, that tastes really strange. Mostly in that enemies are more fragile now, and they've kind of reduced down the number of... Let me go to my doho here. Go to my doho and fast travel here to Railjack. Drydock, rather. So biggest changes were in avionics, where now instead of having like 4 different variants of given avionics, you have at most 2. There are some like default ones that are like the equivalent of the broken or cracked mods, which are low level, and then whatever the best version available is, pretty much. And some I think might even be better than they used to be. I'm not sure. I haven't checked number values. Do I not have section? I do have section density. So oh, I still have that on. I don't know that I'm going to remove that. But yeah, basically, if you had any version of a mod up until now, you could now just straight upgrade it. I have 7 points free. I do not have Void Hole yet. Fiery Phoenix is probably a losing proposition. I have it there for the speed and nothing else. Can I plop here, I wonder? Oh, it doesn't help all that much. I can't fit Battle Forge or Breach Quanta because actually I could fit the upgraded Battle Forge. That would reduce me down to 3 free points. But I don't think I will. Fire suppression. Do I not have a spare fire suppression? Really? That's interesting. I thought I did. Fire suppression now, when you upgrade it, avionics fire suppression. I'm not going to do that. Ah, there we go. It'll reduce its cooldown. It'll still only put out 1 fire. Status effects on your Railjack have changed substantially now. Before you could get... I don't even know what the upper limit of status effects on you was. But none of them were particularly dangerous except for specific kinds of hull breaches. Hull breaches in general were bad. The quote good unquote kind would just reduce your max health, I think. And then the bad kind basically happened when, oh, if this doesn't get sealed, your ship explodes. Implode. Well, no, it would be an explosion probably. Because the pressure on the outside is less than what's inside. Your ship explodes. It'd be bad. So you don't want that. Now you can only have, I think, one of each. You also had to... Flame, the fire status could be bad if you had, like, more than 4 at once. You could see a substantial drain to your health. Beyond that, not that big a deal most of the time. Electricity, it's like, who cares about shields at the end of the day? Big deal. Like, for me, I don't think I even have a shield mod equipped here, do I? I still have more Dirac than I know what to do with. Yeah, I have a bunch of speed mods, though. They wound up boosting base speed substantially, but reducing the boost multiplier, which kind of just makes boost sort of iffy, but your base speed is good enough now that it does still provide an improvement. Your usual most relevant mods are typically hull still. Where's hull? Yeah, so you get that sweet 60-60. I have armor on there to reduce the damage the hull takes. I don't have shields because shields are inconsequential. They go down like nothing. Electricity as a status was pretty pointless. Ice as a status is the most pointless. I don't think it even slows the vessel, though I haven't actually had it long enough to find out. I have seen it, its effects on the internal components all of twice, and it puts up a block of ice in front of a door. One door, as far as I know. I didn't see another door that was blocked at the time. And you can always go through a different door. Of course we're bumping jazz. We are bumping 60s to 70s Japanese instrumental cinema funk breaks. Damn right. It is jazzy, funky stuff. It is the mood we are in. If someone wants to ding me and censor that, they can go ahead. Damn, Skippy is what you like to hear. Oh, casual Veiljack, here we go. I'll join that just to show it off. Here we go. Any room left? Nice to see you tuning in, Echo. I do appreciate it, as always. Yeah, if you wanna... The more the merrier, I say. I swear there was a track in here I heard earlier that was from a Kamen Rider show, but I couldn't pin it down. Oh my god, what is this garish nonsense? I'm impressed. I'm gonna go to the dry dock. So the biggest change they made recently to all who were playing Warframe and didn't get the memo is that enemies are like half as strong as they were, and they were pretty bulky before. They were bulky. They didn't always hit you all that hard, but they were bulky. Now they are not so bulky. They are not bulky boys. They are not thick. They are reduced. So they die quickly. They still have really high base stats though, so it's not that huge a change. They're still more durable, I'd say, than your average equivalent. Crank the music down just a smidge, and probably crank my game audio up a little because I know that's quiet. Heck, I could probably go in there with a Sobek and do work now. I haven't tried. I'm not gonna do it with the Cull Star. I like the Cull Star, and it doesn't matter now that you can't blow yourself up, but you know what? It's another weapon I don't usually use for these. I can try the lens, but that'll probably be one. No, I'll bring the Sobek. I want to see if the Sobek can do work here. I have to see what my Sobek loadout is. That one is good enough. Yeah, that's good enough. I'm going in as Hildren just because I don't feel like dying today. Hildren doesn't die. She just too durable. It's more that her survival mechanics are superior as opposed to like an Inaros or a Nidus. Nidus coming, doing what he do pretty well as well in terms of keeping his life up. But yeah, I think I've ranted and raved about how is that a... I didn't know you could even have these on here. What? What? You can have Roombas on these? I had no idea. Cool beans, I say. Is that fire rate at 58% fire rate buff? Eh. Not the strongest Wisp buffs I've seen, but certainly not bad. It's the health that Hildren benefits most from, because Hildren has a mountain of shields, which is that big purple number, which will increase substantially in a bit. Jealous, I wish I had void more. Oh hey, that's actually usable now. I'm not seeing any damage numbers. I don't know if that's lag or me. Oh, there we go. It's me. Targeting reticle actually works now. That's pleasant. I had only done it as a pilot before. Big gun. Shoot the cruise ship. I hope that killed him. Desu Vault? That's a name for a vessel, I guess. Oh well. Man the big gun so I can blow that up. I'm not gonna dive out the airlock to deal with that. I could. In fact, I might on one of these, but boy, I'm about to miss. I didn't see the shield until it was too late. I'm smart. Okay. Sure what happened there. offset.
Enemy morale has broken. Fighters are peeling off.
There we go.
One cruise ship.
There's another one that hasn't exploded yet.
Cruise ship.
There it is.
Enemy have reinforced. Cruise ship down. That is up to space. Fire crew, attention needed.
I'm gonna dismantle that real quick.
Flames extinguished. Cruise ship has gone
I'll
bye-bye.
teleport back here real quick so I can. Oh, he might already be on it. Yeah, I think he's already on it. I think I missed. That is not okay. I did not miss. That is okay.
We have one less cruise ship
Hoy.
with direct attention remaining targets.
Huh? What just happened there? I don't know why these aren't working. That's weird.
Cruise ship eliminated. Focus on remaining targets. Sector secured. Enemy have turned tail. Mission complete.
Ah, well. It doesn't help that I have kind of naturally terrible aim. But hey, we got a Mark III engines. We'll see if that's better than what I've got. And maybe I can fiddle with the new... oh, form up, do I? I don't think I had that before now.
Eliminating priority targets and defensive units will negatively impact enemy cohesion.
Also use the new fusion system that they have, which is pretty baller. Sorry, demo something something. Oh, it's Japan, alright. But even so... Oh, I see what he's doing. He's using the, this thing that looks like a big yellow toothy pattern around, or a mouth or whatever, is this battering ram ability. And he's using it offensively, because when you deactivate the ability, it will shoot forward and do damage to whatever it winds up hitting. So what I think is he's using Void Hole, which is that big black hole singularity thing. Oh yeah, I've got to wait. Yeah, there we go. Easy. So yes, jolly cooperation.
Cruise ship reinforcement has arrived.
Just trying to see where that cruise ship went.
Anti-fighter cover. They are about to break. Priority repair order. Hull
Maybe
rupture.
it already got killed? I'm not sure. that way.
Friends, enemy cruise ship has punched in.
There we go. This one has a shield on it, so I have to wait for that to go down.
Hull ruptures.
What it could have been before was me like hitting the rim of the thruster as opposed to the middle. I thought that wasn't a problem, but eh. I'm just gonna shoot this one dead on. That seems to be working, so it's less work.
We have one less cruise ship to be concerned with. Direct attention to remaining targets. Enemy cruise ship has arrived. They are powering weapons.
Let's see, does it have a shield? I can't tell. He did.
Cruise ship has gone bye-bye.
He did. And that should be the last one.
Cruise ship reactor has detonated. Gritty. Fighters neutralized.
Oh, nice. A reactor. Not one of the good reactors, sadly, but a reactor nonetheless. Let's see if there's any of these open. Not yet. Almost, though. He's on this. I have engineering 10, so... 10 engineering. This is not the entirety of Warframe, to anyone just tuning in. This is just one tiny little facet. I could not cover even a basic spread of the entirety of nonsense Warframe allows you to do. Even if I wanted to. Not within a 2-hour span, anyway. It'd take me like a day. I ain't gonna do this all day. Sorry, folks. It ain't how I do. Engine's got a gun. Not bad.
Alert. Enemy fighters have been scrambled.
Yeah, he's just chaining a bunch of these together because he wants to get a combination of resources, parts, and the mods. Avionics, they're called in this particular mode.
Enemy have called in a cruise ship. Situation evolving.
I hear the words cruise ship, and I know that is my job now. Wah. Unfortunately, there is no other way to kill cruise ships other than by shooting the big gun that I'm in, or by boarding them. I might do, out of capricious whim, board one of these. I don't think it would be substantially faster. Because this is all you need to do to take one out. Is that. It's dead. Bye. You know. I think I can turn my music up a little. There we go. Oh, that's right. They may, it's huge may have fixed
Heads up. Ready air crow shoot.
this thing.
Arcwing slingshot loaded. 10-0 in the barrel.
What got me in there? It doesn't mean a whole lot until I get out again. And one dead space vessel. There we go. Oh yeah, they are much more fragile now, for sure. They die, but quick. Basically only two ways to take those out. One is by boarding them, one is by shooting them, and that's it. That has not changed. I'm not sure I would like a change where they made it so you can just shoot them with turret guns. Because, like, then what would be the point of all these other features? Let me take care of that fire real quick. Since I have, Engineering 10, I can remote repair damage, or, oh, I let go too soon because I'm a goof. I should really make sure I have the ordnance mods equipped. I can do that, that's not too hard. Is that? No, there's still one more cruise ship somewhere. It may not have come out yet. Because they all spawn in waves, so nothing ever seems to show up at once. I don't think the game would be able to handle it if everything spawned at once, because I mean, 70 enemies on screen. It's a lot to deal with 4 people trying to play at once. It's you run into network problems pretty quick. But it's able to do like a quarter of that number at once is still moderately impressive. Right, that went pretty well. There's still dudes on the vessel. Definitely not. More engines is good. Lots of VDAR stuff. And the VDAR components tend to be quite good anyway, so that's not at all a bad thing. I could just teleport. Oh, that's right. I haven't checked my intrinsics, because the rate on that was like multiplied by a lot. Yeah, I'll have if we're going to do another one of these, I'll have yeah, I'll have Tactics 10, because it's 512 points in order to get a rank 10 of any of the given categories, which is pretty nice. I would go out there and do some actual arc wing work, but I don't have what is going on there? There we go. I'm getting some interesting sound bites. Oh, because there's a void hole right there. That's right. Void hole does some really weird stuff too, which is that big glowy thing. I think that's the void hole. It's just doing strange things. Is that a munitions vortex? I can't tell anymore. I just have to shoot anywhere but the one that's been taken out. The thruster that's been taken out. You can shoot those so it's basically dead in the water, but it doesn't help your gunner any. I'm being lazy and just teleporting around the ship, which you can do. It's a thing. Enemy vessels are also more fragile, I should note. I think all their health and armor and whatnot values were all slashed in half, basically, if I remember the patch notes